Okay, this is another student example of the critique from being very well in my mailbox. Um, I get the name of the article and the author here, but if you look at the first sentence, it could have been this way, something like, in his September 2011 CNN article, Farewell My Mailbox, author Bob Greene informs his reader. So there could have been a better crafting of just how to position and nestle that information into your sentences. However, I want to say that in the main, this is a pretty decent summary. The square brackets are used incorrectly here. These should be parentheses because you would use square brackets if you had to put something like parentheses within parentheses. At that point you would put square brackets for the second set of parentheses. Or if you had to change information within a quotation. But here you need parentheses. But I get substance, I get an anchoring to the text. I would like to have seen some in-text citation for the quotations here. Um, and this author, the student has really focused on two main points. One is that the USPS is losing business, and the boxes are disappearing, and the other one is that we are losing a sense of security. All right. They were common. They gave us a sense of Americana, and now they're going, and we're losing a little bit of that. So, I think some more of the subpoints that are in the actual article could have been mentioned here, at least referenced. But this is a decent, well-developed summary. I could live with this here. So, now in the evaluation, the first thing I want to point out is that the evaluation is actually pretty good. But for one thing, it needs more development. All right, it's not going to be. It needs to be longer than the summary, and more substantial. However, the student here really follows a perceptive path coming from Greene about affirming that Greene has captured the feeling of Americans, and she or he, whoever the student is, backs that up, and then admits and expands upon the idea that the pen and paper and the mail, the snail mail, it seems to be disappearing. All right. Now, um, that there's a jump here, right here. See, the student has maintained good unity of focus and of writing here about this disappearing of a way of life. But then right here, the student jumps into talking about the job loss. And now that's good. Are we going to develop that further? The student really doesn't. In fact, there's sort of a close-up now. Um, well, there is a reference to an economic times, hard economic times as a result. Um, and then just a backtrack to into technology. So I think that the summary needs to be better organized and better developed. But overall, this critique is going to be around a 3.6, 3.7 in my book, an A, but just not, a complete 4.